Lyra tweeted, I loved falling in love as much as I loved to all the boys I loved before. That should tell you how great it is, how funny it is, and how much chemistry Christina Milian and Adam Demos have. Christina Milian, actor, singer, icon, joins me now. Hello.
Thank you.
It's so great to have you back.
I love that. Thank you so much. It's good to be back here again in this lovely poppin' set. This is cool.
It's very, very poppin'.
Yeah,
very poppin'. And
I
what
love
else
it.
is poppin' is your life, which is one of the busiest I know. So, like, I don't know how you keep it going, but girl, good energy.
I just go with the flow. In life, sometimes you got to just go with, the oranges and the banana, the crazy stuff that happens in life. You just got to go with it. You never know where it takes you.
That's a good mantra to have.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool tweet, by the way.
Let's talk about the movie. You're starring in Falling in Love, and I watched the whole movie the other day, and I have to ask you, why did it take you so long to realize that your love interest was so hot?
Doesn't it always? I feel like sometimes in life, sometimes the thing that's standing right in front of you that might be a little too easy, you need the challenge.
Yeah.
I think between my character Gabriella and with Jake, they come from two different worlds. She's from San Francisco. She's just got out of a relationship. She's not looking for anything new, and she's had this whole realization that her life was just wasted for 3 years with this other guy. So she's not looking for love, but then after a little time redoing a house, have a right handy man and a little bit of bickering, it ends up feeling like a real relationship. So somehow, they just needed to get to know each other a little better.
Which I'm surprised by because, when I was watching the film, right when he gets on the screen, I was like, okay, girl, yes. And you're acting like he wasn't fine. And I was like, come on, Christina.
Well, every time she runs into him, it's totally awkward. The worst things keep happening. The first time she runs into him, she literally does. Her luggage goes down the hill, hits his car. She's just frazzled, and she has one focus. It's to get to the end. So when she finally gets there, everything is a mess too. So she's just distracted. There's so much going on. Last thing she's thinking of is meeting a guy.
But what drew you to this role? Because, her role is one of a very powerful young woman who's really trying to make her way in the world, which I think speaks to your own history.
It does.
But I don't think you've moved to New Zealand ever.
No, I did move temporarily for the movie. But I think the role speaks to me because she is a young woman who's always on the move. Well, not always on the move. I think this is the first time she really did a big move. But she's self-sufficient. She can take care of herself. She's got her life, set and she knows what she loves and she's passionate about. And so I love that about her. And one thing I really loved is that she took a chance. I think in life sometimes, it's important to not stay stagnant. When you have these realizations, you have these epiphanies oh my gosh, okay, I've been wasting my time. I just lost my job. I'm not going to sit here and just moan and linger in my bed and just cry or anything like that. It's time to move on, honey, because the world is still moving.
It's so
moving. That's what I love, yeah. So that's what I love about her. I'm she ended up winning the Inn and she actually just booked the plane ticket and moved out to New Zealand for a little while.
Yes.
So I often do that. I think that's part of why I love my career so much.
Yeah.
And always, I'm I'm filming in Puerto Rico. Gotta go, guys. I'm leaving in 2 days.
The glamour. Wow. When I grow up, I would be Christina Milian.
Well, it takes you also to places that you're not as exciting to. So.
Well, I will believe you on that. Well, something I was really excited about this week, recently, was that Normani shared a picture of her motivation music video.
Yes.
And I think we have it that we'd like to show. Yeah. And then she writes, I felt like Christina Milian in Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Yeah.
And so I have to ask you, what is it like to see that your work back then is still having such impact today in pop music?
When I saw that, it's funny because it's not like anybody DM'd it to me. I just it came across my radar because I'm a fan of Normani anyway. So I was I thought it was the sweetest that, I didn't realize, even at my age and my time, I know I've been around for a second, but it's cool to see the new generation of kids they paid attention to my work. I meet a lot of these people and they're oh my gosh, I love you and Love Don't Cost a Thing, or AM to PM was my jam. Girl, I've been dipping in love since I was 10 years old. Girl, I was a cheerleader at Bring It On and this, that, So I have all these really cool stories about stuff that I was just living my life, doing my job, So it's great to hear that I have a stamp and kind of a history and maybe inspiring this new generation. And that feels good because I think part of the dream of what I do is saying I want to be, I know what certain people meant to me and I want to be the same to someone else. Yeah. So Normani, shout out Normani. That was pretty cool shout out
amazing.
for me. I think it was way cooler for me than anything.
I think it's equal.
I felt like, oh, so cool, because she's kicking butt.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
Her on the VMAs, incredible.
She killed it, go girl.
Yes. And I think what's great for Normani is that it's showing that she is a triple threat, which is something you've been for quite some time.
Thank you.
But I would say you're a quadruple threat because you do a lot in the tech space.
I do.
And I'd love to hear what led to your collaboration with Fenty in that space.
Oh, yeah. So I have I have one of many businesses. I'm a partner with a gentleman named Josh Bocanegra, and he's a tech guy. And so we started off Persona Technologies, and we build chatbots. We also make filters and games on Instagram and on Facebook Messenger. So with Fenty, we actually created a bot, which is kind of like AI, where people can automatically go onto her messenger for Fenty Beauty, and they can pick out their colors for like their foundations, and they can have this whole experience without even having to go in the store. And that way it makes it easier for them to pick out what they want, and they can buy online. And it's cool, and it's an interactive thing, so it's a nice experience that's personal.
It's amazing. When I said you were the busiest person, it's, like, it's not only like busy in tasks, but range. Like, film, tech. It's really amazing. But another thing that's happening is that congrats on a new addition to the family.
Thank you.
You're having a little boy.
I sure am.
Very, very exciting. The last time that you were here, you were telling my colleague Sylvia that your daughter Violet had just learned about Yo Mama jokes.
Oh, yeah.
So
I told the worst joke ever. It was terrible.
So how is she preparing for the new addition?
Oh, little 9-year-old Violet is so ready. She's just every night and every morning she rubs my belly. She's like, how's my little brother? She's just like accepted it like in such a great way. And she's been asking for a sibling for a second from me. She has a couple siblings from her dad. So, yeah, she's just stoked. I don't know what she's got to do to prepare for it, but she's ready. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like she's super excited for it.
Yeah, she is. She was like screaming. We had a gender reveal, and she was like screaming the loudest.
I saw that video.
Anyone. She was like, ah. She had a little thing that would pop her and everything. Didn't even work. She was just like, threw it in the air, and she's like so happy. She was so cute. But it's great when your kids are like that excited as well.
Yeah.
She's at a good age where she can be very helpful.
No, I'm sure she can help like change diapers.
Heck yeah, and then 3-4 more years she'll be babysitting.
Yes, you're timing this. Girl, genius.
Pretty good, right?
The genius. Christina Milian, genius for everything. Well, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
It's been lovely catching up on everything that you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, of course. Well, Falling in Love is on Netflix now, so be sure to check it out.